Hello, everybody. Hello, Dr. Nick. It is I, Nick. And I've realized something. I got the house to myself for the next little while. For quite a bit, actually, a few days. And in this time that I have here, while I'm fully capable of cooking meals for myself, and there's no shortage. In fact, there's ample protein, in the freezer, fresh, but it's frozen now. But chicken breast, ground beef, pot roasts, pork tenderloin. I think there might even be some steaks down there. They've probably been down there for a year. They're probably ruined and freezer burnt, but they're there, right? As much as I could be cooking that and a side and a carb and a vegetable, and I could be making home cooked meals. I could also just not, and I could just take a little while here to just live the lazy like bachelor lifestyle of like a dude who never learned how to cook for himself and just like always had his mom or his girlfriend or whatever to do it, and now he's on his own, and now he doesn't know how to feed himself, and just everything is out of a box or a can, or it's frozen and it's ready-made meals, or it's takeout, or it's junk food. And I figured, why not just live like that for a little while? I've been taking care of my health so much over the last year. Gotta let go in some way, shape, or form. And I figured, in that time, why not make a tutorial on how to make some of this stuff? These things, it couldn't be easier. It tells you how to do it on the box, but maybe somebody wants someone to do it with. They'd rather watch along as someone else makes it. So, why not? I'll do that. The box is already open because I thought to make this video as I was already halfway through, the process here. But what I've got is Cheetos, mac and cheese, cheesy jalapeno flavor. So this is, I'm guessing, well, I'm not guessing, I know because I've eaten it before, is based off of their cheddar jalapeno Cheeto flavor. Now, we can get into making this. I've had this in my cupboard for a long time now. I bought this in probably late 2021, early 2022, and in that time, I decided to go keto. So I did that, dropped about 80 pounds, really, and of course wasn't eating carbs because that's what keto is. This is pasta. It's all carbs. I'm cutting myself out of the video. This is guerrilla videography here. My phone is balanced on a thing of sugar and a peanut butter jar right now. That's what I've got. And it's also like a really narrow angle. I gotta step like 10 feet back to be fully in the frame. Anyways, so this is some old ass Cheetos here. And today, I'm gonna show you how to make it. This is all in one take, all one cut. I don't give a fuck! So, what do we got here? First things first, I already read this. You need a microwavable bowl. Alright? So I'm sure you guys got that somewhere. I'm sure in your house you can find a microwavable bowl. And what you're going to want to do with that microwavable bowl is ensure that it can fit 3 cups of water, because that's how much we're going to need. I just realized there is going to have to be some cuts in this because I'm going to have to turn the microwave on for 3 minutes. Now, I could shoot the show here for 3 minutes, but we're about efficiency around here, so I will be having to make a cut at some point. But I've got a big old plastic white bowl like this, and I'm sure this can fit 3 cups of water. Now, I like to be a little bit precise in my measurements, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get me a measuring cup. Now, this is a 1 cup measuring cup. Exactly what we need. I mean, a 3 cup will be ideal. For those of you out there who are a little more astute among us, those who understand mathematics at a high level, you know that if you take a 1 cup measure and you fill it 3 times, you have 3 cups. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm just gonna flick the tap over to hot. Now, if you're not someone who likes to do that, don't. But I'm going to do it just because I guess it'll make this process a little quick. I'm not waiting for it to heat up or anything. I'm literally just going to... It won't make a difference in the end. But we're going to be boiling this water in the microwave. So if it's already up to temperature, partially, by the time you throw it in the microwave, you're going to be in a pretty good place. Alright, so that's like a trifle over. I put a little bit too much. I wasn't paying attention. So that's 3 cups there. Sorry for all the perfectionists out there. I might have just ruined this for you. I might have just blue ballsed you. Anyways, we're going to take this, and we're going to stick this in the microwave. I'm not going to cover it or anything because my microwave covers are dirty, and I'm not washing them. And it says to boil this Well, just stick it in the microwave uncovered, so you don't want to cover it anyways. 5 to 6 minutes or until boiling. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 5.5. And we're going to leave that there for a while. And in 5.5 minutes, there or thereabouts, I'll be checking back with you on the progress of our mac and cheese, aka a boiling bowl of water in the microwave. Back in a sec. Cheetos. Cheetos mac and cheese. Cheetos. Cheetos mac and cheese. It's Cheetos. It's Cheetos mac and cheese. How do you go wrong? It's Cheetos mac and cheese. If you can't make this shit, I don't know. This product right here, Cheetos mac and cheese, is part of a balanced breakfast. I would recommend eating it for breakfast, honestly. I mean, you can do it, right? I'm not someone who subscribes to the social norms of what you can and can't eat for each meal. I don't believe in breakfast foods. Eat whatever you want for breakfast. So if you want to eat Cheetos mac and cheese for breakfast, be my guest. It's just realistically, you probably could have more balanced breakfast. Who am I to judge? I'm eating this stuff right now. It's 7:20 p.m. Could be 7:20 a.m. Ideal breakfast time. I'd eat it all the same. Still waiting on that microwave. This is a long 5 minutes, folks. By golly, if you could Adam and Eve it. Actually, you know what? I've thought better of this. I'm not going to show you the interior of the microwave because it is truthfully abhorrent. I have too much pride to show you the current state of the interior of my microwave, and I can't really do this one hand. Give me just a moment here, just a moment. That's a nice dish towel for you. So as you can see here, the water isn't really boiling, but it's steaming, and for fuck's sakes, that's good enough for me. I don't care. So allow me to switch you back around to where I had you before. All right, here we go. We got our bowl of water. Now you can see the steam. We got our Cheetos. Take a look. Take a look. Now it tells me now to slowly, and I mean slowly, stir in that pasta into the hot water. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We are going to slow and steadily. Okay, you can't exactly see this here, but I'm sure you can infer what I'm doing, okay? There's something called extrapolation from an incomplete set of information. I'm sure you can do it here, okay? Bowl, water, just below the screen. Cheetos, mac and cheese. On your screen, fork to stir in water. Observe. Slowly. That's all of it. So we're just going to stir it for a little while here. Let it kind of absorb some of the water. A little bit of the, so it's kind of like that dry powdery substance on the outside of like box noodles. Probably just like a bit of cornstarch or flour or something to keep them from sticking or something. I'm no boxed pasta expert, but I like to consider myself knowledgeable on the subject. So that's pretty stirred. We're going to have a look. It tells me now, microwave high, 4 to 6 minutes until pasta is tender, followed by draining any excess water. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, okay? I'm not going to give you 2 steps at once. We haven't even gotten to the next step. So it says between 4 and 6 minutes. That is lawyer speak for 5 minutes is what they want you to do. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to go ahead and pop this back into the microwave for another 5 minutes. And I'll be back with you again in, give or take, 5 minutes. Now, it's occurred to me as I'm filming here, some of you fine folks out there might know how to use your microwave, so I'm just going to go ahead and tutorial for you. That is not 500 seconds, but 5 minutes. Observe. Fuck! God damn it. Fucking someone fucking Snapchatted me and it fucking vibrated my phone and tipped it over. Listen, folks. Alright, read it and weep, okay? The bottom ones, those are the instructions we're doing. We're doing the lazy man's instructions, okay? Because that's what we are. Huh? We're lazy men. and women and troglodytes. So, next up, I'm just going to pop it out of the microwave here. You guys have already seen me do that once. I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to give you a look at the pasta. You might get a little steamed up here, because I'm going to give you the straight top-down view, the eagle's eye, bird's eye view. Now, to me, that pasta looks pretty tender. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a little double check with my fork. Yeah, like, that's fine. Now, it tells me to drain any excess water. And to that I say, oh! Drain the water! There's a lot of friggin' water on this. So that's something I can do. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass, though, because I don't have a lid for this thing. I know what I can do. I have a strainer. Be back with you in a minute. Alrighty, we're back. And I apologize to the less astute among us out there, but this tutorial is about to kick it up a notch. It's about to get advanced. We are introducing the colander. So this is to drain the water. This is definitely a little more in-depth than I had anticipated taking this. I really don't have any way to mount this camera to show you right now, but I'll show you this and I'll kind of infer for you what I'm doing. So I'm going to leave this on the edge of the sink. I'm going to have this next to the sink, and then I'm going to tip the bowl into the colander. So the contents of the bowl end up in the colander. The noodles remain inside the colander. The water falls through the holes. Let's give it a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, I can say with absolute certainty, this has been a success. Noodles into the colander, water out of the bowl, and now, folks, back into the bowl go the noodles, freshly drained. Now, for those of you who don't have a colander or two hands or functioning brain activity, that might be too much for you. And I apologize. I'm going to have to title this tutorial Advanced Microwaving Mac and Cheese. But with that in mind, we're about to get into perhaps the most important steps of all. Actually, I feel like cooking it is probably the most important step. We're going to add 2 tablespoons butter or margarine. Let it fully melt. Add 1/4 cup of milk and the Cheetos seasoning mix. Mix well. Serve warm. So allow me to go get those ingredients for us here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you a different man than I was just 1 minute ago, because I'm here with the ingredients. I've got butter. I've got margarine. I've got milk. And we're going to get measuring again. I've got the 1 cup measure, and I know you're a little worried. You only need 1/4 cup. What are you doing with 1 cup? Listen, folks, for the more astute and mathematically, the arithmetic gifted individuals out there understand that if you take a 1 cup measure and you fill it 1/4 of the way, you get 1/4 cup. I know I'm revealing a plenty to you right now, folks. But you gotta believe me. I know it's a lot to take in, but we've got a 1/4 cup milk right there. You see it? It's at the line, okay? We're gonna take it, we're gonna pour it in the bowl. Watch, observe, and there it is. Now, the margarine, I'm gonna be a little bit less, excuse me, I'm gonna be a little bit less precise about it. I'm gonna use a fork. I'm gonna take this margarine here, I'm just gonna friggin' scoop a big chunk out of it with the fork. That's probably enough. We're going to throw it in there. Shit! We're going to throw it in there. And we're going to get to mixing, folks. We're just going to stir this up. And then once that margarine fully melts, now I understand a lot of you might be saying, wait a minute, you put the milk in before the butter. Is that going to ruin it? No, you're fine. But one thing you absolutely must do, and I need you to take me utterly seriously right now, this is not a laughing matter. You must make sure you put in both the butter and the milk before the seasoning mix. Your life depends on it. Okay? So as I'm doing this here, I'm mixing in. You can see the butter, margarine, still some on the fork, and the milk is in there, okay? It's in there. I've yet to add the seasoning mix, okay? But we're about to do it because that butter's melted up. Margarine. So here's what we do. Take the seasoning mix. It was in the box earlier. I know you didn't see me take it out, but trust me, it's in there. And if you purchase a package of this and this isn't in there, you've been looted. So we're just going to pat this around and try and get all the powder to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Once you feel that all that powder's in the bottom, very simple, okay? Pinch it, okay? Twist and tear, or not. There we go. You'll get there eventually. Takes time. All right? As you can see, cheese powder is in the pouch, all right? Bowl right down here. I'm sure you can infer that much, okay? Here we go. Now, like I said, make sure that milk and that butter's in there, because if you add this first, my oh my, you're in trouble. All right, and I can't, at that point, okay, I'm a great guy. I can do a lot of things, but I can't help you. I cannot help you, okay? You are beyond saving if you make that mistake. It's beyond anything I can do, okay? It's beyond my expertise, and my expertise is pretty good. That's all I can really say about that. So as you can see, as we're mixing this in, it's getting very orange in color. It's getting cheesy, okay? It's getting cheesy, and as a man once said, a great man, a wise man, it ain't easy being cheesy, baby. It ain't easy being cheesy. All right, we're just gonna mix this up in this bowl here. Now, we're just about done. We're just about ready for the taste test, okay? This microwave noodle extravaganza. And just before we do, I want to take this time to thank you guys for coming along for this ride. Anyone who's been entertained, has enjoyed this, I appreciate it. This has been for you. It's also been for me because I'm hungry. And I remembered I had this in the cupboard, and I was like, oh, let me give it a shot. Haven't had it in a long time. About a year or more since I've eaten this concoction. And I would say that's about next. Let's have a look, okay? Let's have a look-see. All right, you're going to be upside down to me, but I'm going to give you the overhead view. Looking beautiful, okay? I'm going to get myself a big forkful, okay? Big forkful of these rotini noodles. I don't know why it's called mac and cheese, because it's not macaroni. It's like a rotini, a fusilli, something to that extent. Here we go. Now, it smells really good. It smells just like the cheddar jalapeno Cheetos, if you've had those. And it tastes like them, too. Now, full disclosure, those noodles could have used like an extra 30 seconds in the microwave. But I'm not too remiss about it. It's crap out of a box. I'm not really too concerned about the quality. I just hope it tastes good and that it fills me up, and I think it's going to do both. So with that, I can say I'm satisfied. It's a thumbs up from me. I hope you've had fun. I hope you try this yourself sometime. It's a great way to go about things. Especially if you're lazy and you want to make something easy. But it's also pretty good. Like this. It's kind of hard to get on the fork, but there's bigger problems in life. So with that, I've been Nick. This has been delicious, and I hope you've had a good time. Catch you in the next one. Bye.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.